Okay, so I just got done watching the final episode on the Penguin, and holy, I really don't understand what I just witnessed. Like I was truly rooting for everything going the way I wanted to. Me personally felt like now before I say anything else, there is going to be spoilers, guys. So if you guys don't want the spoilers, or you guys just want to go and swipe through or save the video for later, go ahead. Let me know. This is my review of everything, so I hope you guys enjoy it. And let me know in the comments down below kind of what you guys thought about it as well. Anyways, this this entire series has been so good. So good, very dark, very interesting. It's really hooked me from the beginning. Um this episode in particular was just, in all honesty, excuse my language, a motherfucking just boom mind distortion. I felt like the ball chick off of Wolverine and Deadpool just in my head, just just massaging my brain. This was absolutely intense from the get go. As we all know, if you guys have seen the episodes beforehand, there was a bomb in the drug lab that was Salvador Maroni was fighting Oz over. There's a whole cluster. Somehow Oz's mom got kidnapped by Sophia. It was just intense. So it's just kind of dropped the setting here. After the bomb went off, Oz was alive, and he got captured by Sophia's men. And there's a scene where it does. So I guess I am in my head of myself here. There has been scenes of going back and forth of like the present and the past, and it eventually somehow loops together and connects it, and then it gets to this one specific scene where it starts spilling the beans of everything. So it starts spilling the beans that Oz killed his brothers. It seemed like it was an accident, but it wasn't. It was on purpose because he wanted to have his mother to himself. His mother then started to find out little things, and she finally found out and put the pieces together that Oz killed his brothers. Now there was a scene where his mom hired this mob boss of some kind, and hired the mob guys to kill her son Oz. And mind you, at this moment in time during the past, Oz was a very young kid. So the mom started developing this hatred, this true hatred for Oz. And as you can tell, she was going to hire some guy to take him on a drive. And those who've watched Sopranos a million times, what I've watched personally, going for a drive usually means. So it all kind of spilled out in this scene where they're tied up together. Oz's mom sitting across from Oz, and it all comes out. It's a very good scene. The acting was so good. I really enjoyed how well they casted these individual characters and how well they can act together. It just painted a very such a serious and insanely theatrical acting for them, and kind of just whoa. So essentially, what happens? Oz somehow escapes, and then starts heading to do his master plan on trying to get Sophia back. And so Oz then goes into the councilman, says some crazy stuff, essentially putting it all on a plate for the councilman, but taking a piece of his meat away and just standing on the side and then just giving him the rest of it. So essentially, it paints the picture that Sophia was the mastermind of all this drug and all this abuse, all these explosions, all these deaths, all these murders. It's just going ravaging, and it really paints Sophia in that bad picture, and Oz can be able to go away scot free. Well, in the meantime, this is happening. Sophia has a meeting with all the gangs in Gotham. Like, hey guys, let's have a little powwow here, and who wants my beautiful house and all this, and promises them the entire drug empire of Gotham. In all reality, all the old heads were like, yeah, we will do that. We want the drug empire. But all the younger generation started to see through Sophia's bullshit. And so it kind of fast forwards everything. Oz gets out of the chambers of the councilman, gets out of the building, and then there is a bunch of gangsters that pick up Oz and take him to Mr. Zhao. As you know, or those who haven't seen this show, Mr. Zhao is a gang boss, gang leader kind of guy. And they all eventually decide to meet up. Sophia has a crazy episode and starts burning stuff up like I'm pretending to be an arsonist when I was like, what, 7? Found a finally match, and I just, decided to light rug on fire on accident. That's another story I can tell you about later. Um, so they all meet up, and essentially what happens is the younger generation decides to take over. Yeah, I'm going to be the man. I'm going to be the boss of this drug empire, this kingdom. I'm going to be the tribal chief. You know, they took out the original tribal chiefs. They become, you know, the Solo Sokua, whatever that guy's name is on the WWE. I don't know. My son's into it, and it kind of everybody's celebrating, everybody's happy. Oz, and I forget, why am I spacing that guy's name? 1 second. Okay, I had like a quick brain fart there. Oz and Vic, they're going to the hospital, just to make sure that we can see Oz's mom, make sure she's healthy, and it finds out that Oz's mom suffered a stroke, and it does go into detail, but I really want you guys to really watch that scene. I think it's a great scene, but it eventually comes to detail that she did have a stroke during that scene, and it kind of just ruined the whole mood. Now, again, this is a very spoiler, guys. Like, I'm going to tell you something that just, I understand it, but I'm not happy with it. So during this entire process, we all kind of learn how, like, that we love Vic, that we think Vic is one of the nicest guys in the world. He's just trying to get approval. You know, he lost his family during the floods of the Riddler during the Batman movie, and he's just trying to make his way into the world. And he believes that Oz is kind of his light. He's kind of his light in the dark tunnel. And you know, they're sitting on the bench, and Oz is just telling them about this, and you know, they're kind of having a beautiful bonding moment. And this motherfucker penguin him. Oh, that guy. Oh, I believed in him for so long. I thought he was going to change. I know he wasn't, but I believed he was in my heart. This guy kills Vic, just chokes him out, just vice grips this poor, beautiful man who was just trying to make himself in the world, just absolutely kills him. And that scene for me absolutely devastated my heart. And I'm sure that's exactly what the director wanted. And it broke me. It truly broke me, man, because I really felt like Vic was gonna be like a mob boss with Oz. And Oz's, I guess his defense is that he didn't want anyone else closer to him as he was feeling with Vic, and decided to take that away. And the only way he could do that is fucking kill the guy. And he could have sent him on a train. You could have sent him anywhere else. Give him 20K, maybe $35,000. Send him on his way. He killed him. He killed my boy Vic. And I feel like I should have done something. Um, but yes, that was a really, really sad. It actually kind of broke my heart. I did shed a little bit of a tear there. And then it starts going into, like, you know, Oz is starting to wear like a Arkham City vibe with a top hat. He's wearing that really furry, you know, trench coat. He's looking like a cool Arkham City penguin. And they're in this penthouse. Somehow Oz got his mom in the vegetative state, looking over the city landscape. Everything's looking good. Now, this is where it gets a little weird for me. A little weird for me. And I don't know that's in the Penguin's background. I guess I'm not really familiar with that, and I will do some little bit more research after this video. But there is a girl downstairs not Vic, Oz knew that is a prostitute, or was prostitute. I don't know. She's like the head of she's like the CEO of the prostitutes. So I don't really know. But anyways, she's really close to Oz, and she's dressed up as his mom, and she was wearing what she was wearing during like the flashbacks of them going into like this club and whatever, so forth. And like, he was like, "Are you proud of me? Do you love me?" You know, I get that he was trying to get that feeling. He was trying to find that connection some way, but I felt like that was kind of like weird. But that was just kind of my mindset on that. But overall, man, I would give this series a 9 out of 10. There was an episode, I believe it was maybe Homecoming, maybe, I don't know. It's really dark. It really is dark, but I really feel like you guys would definitely enjoy it. 9 out of 10 for me. Definitely am going to watch it all over again to see if I can kind of find some Easter eggs or something like that. But yeah, that's about it, guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. Later.